What's going on, YouTube family? How's everybody doing? This I'm Young Black Man. Come back at y'all with another video. Let me take this gun out of my mouth real quick. I got a good one for y'all today. I said it was Relationship Tuesday. If y'all seen my last post with the Don't Limit Yourself video, I wasn't gonna make a Relationship Tuesday video because honestly, I just couldn't think of anything. And one video that I did think about, I think is a little bit wild because it talks about some stuff. They're dealing with some situations that sometimes I'm a conspiracy theorist by heart, so I have a little bit of mindset. So I'm not gonna even go on that one. I'm gonna talk about right now today is how to know you're dealing with a real person, how to know you're dealing with a real mate, how to know you're dealing with a grown woman, young sister, how you know you're dealing with the right person. I'm using this one for more of a college age, high school age, or just young adult age because that's our channel, that's our target audience. But this video comes from a sister named Olivia Alexa, I want to say. I'm gonna leave the links down in her description below. Very beautiful sister. She did a video talking about how you know if you're dealing with a grown woman, but she also did one for the sisters, how you know if you're dealing with a grown man. And I was like, man, I think she covered almost all the bases, but I'm gonna try to answer it from my perspective. As y'all seen the thumbnail in the video, a very beautiful couple. I don't know if he proposed to her or this is like something for like a card or I don't really know what it is, but I just thought it was dope and I saw it and I looked at it. So I'm gonna list 5 ways, and this can be this is solely for the bros. I target video specifically for the bros, but we've got 1 or 2 sisters who are subscribed to the channel, so I would try to use it interpersonally, but just know that I am using it specifically for the bros. How y'all know y'all dealing with the right mate? Number one, they're on their purpose, they're on their destiny, they're on their grind. If you see a beautiful sister, you're on show on campus, you can already tell by the vibe, her energy, the conversations she with, the type of crowd circles that she run in, the type of things and activities that she's a part of. Even if she's not even a part of anything on campus, she spends most of the time working on a job, or doing a research project, or if you just so happen to be paired with her for a group project, and you see the way her work ethic is. One person that you know you're dealing with the right person, or the right one, is they're very goal oriented. They're taking care of business. They're on their purpose. They're doing the things that need to be done, and ultimately they're following the path of the Most High. We transition to number 2. She's a godly woman. She takes care of all her goals. She knows what she has in mind. She's kind. She's genuine. She has a feminine energy. She's peaceful. She's loving, but also at the same time, she's also what they call, I forget what the exact word they use, but that she has a energy of being able to be disciplined, be courageous in her efforts. And you don't almost have that. I wouldn't call it a mama bear energy because I guess she's not a mother yet, but having that energy where you know that at the same time you need to approach her correctly. And in the situation that she in, she demands that respect and she wants her respect, and she gives just as much of respect that she gives back. So that respect aspect too, she's respectable. She's respectful of you, respectful of herself first and foremost, and she even knows, and she even deals with only a certain situation, a certain aspect, just like you do. 3, she has the best interests of others in mind. That's how you know you're dealing with somebody growing. At a certain point in our life, we have to stop saying I. I give you an example of that. Now, mind you, now I hit a certain age. I had a birthday not too long ago, and it just like I came to a realization. I was like, man, I got all these mentors, and I still hopefully will have other mentors eventually. But now it's time for me to reciprocate that. It's time for me to go find some younger brothers on campus who's some freshmen or whatever and be a mentor instead of always looking to be a mentee. And that's what I started doing. I started identifying a couple of brothers on campus that are part of the organization I was in, or I might be working out at the rec or playing ball or whatever on the campus. And I would see them all the time. We'd dap up and I always talk to them, but it was always just about sports or, hey, did you see Shannon and Skip on? But it stopped being about just that. Talking about, Shannon be hilarious on Undisputed. I stopped being about that. It started being about me saying, hey, bro, how your grades going? How the semester looking? Everything going good? Okay, that's good. That's what's up. That's what. Hey, bro, I don't know how you good you with time management or stress management, but I know the counselors at our school are having like a stress management class for all the underclassmen. So, definitely go to that. I'm going to be there, just to show my support because I'm cool with all the counselors on campus. I might tell them about an event we're having. I say, bro, I don't know if you're good with school supplies, but they having an event this afternoon. They're gonna be giving away free school supplies and also gonna be giving away a free meal free meal swipes. Stuff like that. Trying to help them on just not just the level of did you see the game, LeBron or Harden, 30 straight games of 30 plus more points or more. I'm not talking about that no more. I know the mindset is now about about the conversation I'm having about me, or just like I know it's about, hey, I got to now raise up and cultivate the next great generation of leaders. So when I graduate, they're gonna be doing the same thing, pulling brothers to the side and saying, hey, bro. And it's crazy I'm saying this now, even as I'm thinking about this, and I do apologize for diverting across the video, but if y'all really mess with me and rock with me, y'all keep up with me and stay with me. Had a conversation with one of the OGs who worked at my job as one of the full-time staff members, who's one of my supervisors, and he talked about that with one of the younger bros. He's like, yeah, it's time for us to build up a little bit more and do some things. So I'm kind of taking him up under my wing, and our conversation got kind of short, but I think he was even trying to say he wanted to definitely take me up on his wing and try to talk a little bit more. So I paid attention even that lately. As in the weeks were going by, he been kind of talking to me a little bit more and having a conversation with me and asking me, hey, you about to graduate soon, bro. What you finna get ready to do? Make sure that you got your internship, got your letter of recommendation looking. Is your resume looking right? Make sure make sure you're talking to the right people. Make sure you're not wasting your time. And I saw that, and I appreciate that, because we also have to do that as well. So again, we have to be on our purpose, have to be a person of God, and making sure that it's just not about I, but also being able to support and respect and look out for others within our various roles that we serve. Or, appearance is gonna be right. Again, for the sisters that listen, I'm trying to use the change, but again, I'm using for the bros. Before, her appearance had to be right. If you see a person that we're not gonna be on our A game all the time. I kid you not. I left the gym and I left my clothes in the car. So I was like, you know what? I just hit arms. I didn't even do no cardio. I'm not sweating like that for real, for real. I'm gonna throw this on. I had a pair of joggers, tennis shoes, and like a t-shirt, but it wasn't even the best t-shirt. The t-shirt kind of the neckline was a little bit off a little bit. I think I had like a sweater on it. It wasn't even the same color as my joggers, my tennis shoes. And I didn't look that great that day, right? Somebody could have seen me and be like, man, he every time I see him, he look right. This is one day I see him, they ain't, people be hating on you, whatever. So you can't, if she's leaving the gym or you see her in a situation and she don't feel where she's sick, you're not gonna expect nobody to look perfect all the time. But you at least expect a person to look decent. You at least want them to look like they own an iron. You at least want them to look like, hey, I do care about my appearance somewhat. You want a certain grace and a certain elegance about them. I have a couple of general rules of thumb when it comes to appearance. I'm not going to express them on here, but it's just a couple of things that you must always do to make sure that you always just at least looking decent and looking presentable within every situation. So that person's going to care about their appearance. That's how you know you're dealing with some grown people. You make those sacrifices. So sometimes, I kid you not, there's a certain type of cologne I like to wear, certain type of deodorant I like to wear. It's a certain type of brush I need to brush my hair with to make sure that it's laid down and that ain't wild hairs. It's a certain type of lotion I have to put on my hands if I'm gonna be looking ash in the wintertime, and I have to sacrifice sometimes. Sometimes I don't get to eat McDonald's. Sometimes I eat Roman. Sometimes I feast my rice and chicken. For the simple fact that I know that I have to budget my funds enough to make sure that I'm at least looking presentable when I do those presentations, when I go out and bow into the community, when I do certain things. So again, it's just about keeping up with their appearance. And 5, and last but not least, that person is goal oriented. They're intelligent and they are trying to obtain. Then every single thing that they say and do is not always again about me, or just trying to figure out this situation, but they're solidifying their goals. If they want to be in a serious relationship, she's gonna be woman enough to tell you, hey, I want to be in a serious relationship, and not playing games on Instagram. And if y'all on a date, she's not texting on the phone, ignoring you. That's not a real person. She's showing you choosing signals. You're not the only one always showing choosing them. She's not playing games. She's serious. She's not on a fake facade. She doesn't have that counterfeit persona. And then everything that she does and says, she does it with grace and elegance, and a certain level, not a certain level, but a level of intelligence that you know that she's honest, sincere, and real. She's very goal oriented. She know what she looks for, and she's not playing games. She's telling you likewise. You're doing the things that ultimately, and if it for whatever reason does not work, you're also telling you that as well. So in every single thing that you're doing as well, you from that male aspect now, we have to be a man and do the same thing, reciprocate that. We have to be on our purpose. We have to be on our grind. We have to make sure we're looking out for others. We have to make sure we're a man of God, a man of righteousness, of intelligence. We make sure we're goal oriented. If we see we're in a situation with her, a relationship with her, or just even going out on several dates, and we're seeing that we're wasting each other weekends and it's not working, be a man enough to say, hey, it's just not working out. Maybe we can be friends, maybe we can be nothing at all, but at the end of the day, I just don't see it working out. And I don't want to waste your time. I know you don't want to waste mine. But you're being a man about that. And you're being respectful, you're being decent, you're being intelligent about that. You're having a certain level also, too, that's a bonus one, a certain level of culture. Now, I personally only date sisters, but she has to me, have a cultural mindset. I remember talking to one sister, and I was like, oh, yeah. And I said, I'm part of this, whatever. And I said, I'm also a part of this organization. And I told her about some kind of, I forgot what word I said. I'm part of this group, and it had nothing to do with, it was like African American economics. That's what it was. I'm not gonna say what the exact organization is. I said I'm part of this, but basically they just teach African Americans how to be the best selves impossible in the principles of buying black and building within the black community. And she said, oh, I'm not conscious enough of that. And I said, oh, okay. And I kind of just like, all right, we talked for a little bit more. I wasn't rude about it when we just worked together that day. And I was like, but after I saw her, I was like, okay, you have a good day. And I didn't try to pursue it no further because I was like, I tried to bring you into my world. You just completely just shut me down and ignored it. Had no interest in even hearing about it. And you kind of tell how people are compatible with you. So that person has to, especially when you're dealing with dating a sister, and the same thing for the sisters who dating a brother. We all must have a certain level of consciousness and know that we are African American. I mean, know that the first, whatever culture you are, first thing they mention is your culture. They may say, Hispanic male or black male, which I hate the way they say that, it just rolls off the tongue a certain way, but you know, uh, whatever you are, they always name your culture, then they name your gender, then they name where you're from, it's a certain level. It, like as Meek said, levels to this. So you see within certain aspects, you must always have identity and true masculine identity, true cultural identity of who you are as well. So again, all of these play into it. You must always have the righteous thought process, a righteous mindset, and also have good intentions for her and for yourself. Always have those good intentions in mind. And if you see that person don't have good intentions, find somebody who does. Ultimately, find somebody who does. So continue to be on the righteous path. I truly believe continue to work on yourself, develop, go to the gym, get hygiene, good diet, good exercise, make sure you're doing the right things, feeding yourself spiritually, reading your word, finding somewhere that will cultivate you to the next level. Keep doing those things, be open, be masculine and be in your masculine intention, and ultimately try to find the one that can ultimately bring you some happiness, but also bring you some joy as well. And hopefully everything works out. And push going to shove, I believe Most High created somebody for everybody. So just continue to work at it, continue to work hard, but continue to also put your best foot forward and do you. Don't get off your purpose for the simple fact that you're trying to chase. No, don't chase. Choose. Peace and blessings. I'll see y'all next time.